Hello again. So I'm now recording Fake 12, which I have now decided is going to be the last of the series of fake videos. Um, so going back to the start of this series, I had two things I was kind of interested in discussing. One was my understanding or belief that it was potentially quite damaging to surround yourself with lots of fake stuff, fake clothes, fake glasses, things in your house that pretend to be something they're not, and why that might be a damaging thing to do. That was one. And the second was really more personal thing about why I behave, why I think the way I do, and stuff like that. So I made the videos, and I've had quite a lot of people interested in them. The majority of those are people I've known, and I've had some conversations both in person and online. It's promoted some discussions that have been interesting. So conclusions from all that really was, kind of interesting. So the first one regarding kind of why fake stuff's quite bad, I'd say on the whole, most people have said, yeah, I know what you mean. That's right. It's ridiculous, isn't it? I hadn't really thought that, I'm paraphrasing very heavily there. But certainly I think there's people who maybe hadn't really thought about that. It's quite interesting seeing here, actually. There's quite a lot of fake stuff behind me, like the speakers and the shelves that you see behind me are laminate. Made them not. They look. Made them look like. They look like they're made of wood, but they're just made of sort of chipboard with sort of a thin veneer of wood on front of them. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that today. The more important aspect of things really was why I did it, which was to understand more about myself. So a bit of a personal discovery, I guess. That's really the reason. That was really the real motivation behind it. And on that, I think the videos have helped a lot. So what really the conclusion that is kind of interesting is that people that have know me well have said, well, actually, I think it could be that you suffer from a mild version of autism, or Asperger's, which is a variety of autism. Now, that's, I suppose I've thought that before, but somehow this video kind of helped to focus maybe that discussion a bit. Um, and I'd say I kind of have to, I would probably agree with it. So the things um, that that about my personality that make that essentially that say that is a few things. One is my poor understanding or difficulties with communication with people and understanding their feelings based on both verbal and non-verbal communication, particularly non-verbal communication. So people know me that I have a habit of upsetting people in conversation. Um, if I'm having a conversation that's causing someone some sort of distress, some anxiety, etc., I generally don't really realise, and people can get upset, and I can offend people and things like that. That happens frequently to me. Um, and the other thing is about sort of very sort of repetitive behaviour and just doing the same thing all the time, that kind of thing. So both those things kind of are very, ring true to me. And I think one of the reasons behind things like the decisions I make about the type of glasses I wear, the polo shirts I choose, etc., are that sort of repetitive kind of keep things simple. Don't try and make, it's hard for me to maybe make decisions and stuff. So it's easier for me just to say I'll just wear penguin shirts and then I just buy penguin shirts all the time. And it makes that just, my life is a lot easier if I do that, which is not what most people do. So maybe it's because I am slightly different on this. Um, the other thing that's kind of interesting about, I think, comes back to is because I'm very easily deceived by people. Yeah, so people can probably lie and mislead me. I'm very what do you call it? Very easily deceived, particularly by people when I'm having a personal interaction with them. I would not expect someone to deceive me if I was talking to them, but unfortunately, people deceive you all the time. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes not. Um, and I think that's comes back to the other thing about why I don't like fake stuff. So any fake stuff you choose to buy, wear, etc., you are not necessarily intentionally, but you are deceiving people. Yeah. So if I wear fake round bands, I'm deceiving people that I'm wearing real ones. Now it might be pretty relevant whether I'm doing that or not, but for me, it makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't like that because I think I know that I'm easily deceived. So I think that's probably why I have the thoughts I do. Okay, I'm going to stop there. It's 5 minutes, which is these videos are always too long. I'm not very good at making them condensed. And watch the space, because I will in the future be making some more videos. I'd be interested to have your company for those. And very willing to hear any comments you have on the conclusions. Thank you.